Hey guys, welcome back. So today's makeup look is a New Year's Eve inspired makeup look. And for my eyeshadows today, I used the Anastasia self-made palette. This is one of their newest palettes. And I'm so in love with these colors. They're so pretty. I just love Anastasiabeverlyhills shadows in general. They're so easy to work with, so creamy, so pigmented. I love them. So I did this smoky look for you guys with a nude lip. Hope you guys enjoy. And if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. So to start off, I took the Clinique Dramatically Different Face Moisturizer and applied that all over my face. And next, we're going to take MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot and apply that evenly all across my eyelids to prime for my eyeshadow. I'm so excited to be using this Anastasiabeverlyhills self-made palette because my mom got it as a Christmas gift and I love it. So to set the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, I'm going to take the shade Buttery and apply that from brow bone to my eyelids to make sure the other shades we apply on our lid and crease blend much easier. So for my first transition color, I'm going to take MAC's Soft Brown and apply that in my crease. Make sure to work it windshield wiper motions back and forth from my inner to outer corner. Back to the Anastasia palette, I'm going to take the color Hot Chocolate and apply that in my crease a little bit lower than the soft brown color from MAC, just to further define my crease and add more depth. How I like to place the shadow a little bit lower in my crease is I like to pat it first and then work it in my crease, but basically it's the same method of like little circular motions and windshield wiper motions in the crease. And now for my lid color, I'm going to take that self-made color from the palette. It's a really pretty like old gold color, like a bronzy, I don't know, it's just a really pretty color. I love it. But the brush wasn't doing the color enough justice with the color payoff, so I just decided to take my finger and just pat it on my eyelids, and the color was showing up more vibrant, and I love that. So your fingers are your best friend sometimes too. And to further blend, I'm going to take the color Hot Chocolate again and work that in my crease and my lower crease to make sure everything is very well blended and looks really seamlessly together. So for this look, since I decided to keep things a little bit softer and easier to do, I took a MAC little angle brush. I think it's the 208 brush with some black eyeshadow, and just apply that like if it was eyeliner, so in my upper lash line, really close to my lashes. So moving on to the face, I take the Benefit Porefessional and apply that anywhere where I have larger pores, basically all around my T-zone. And for foundation, I took the Matte and Poreless by Maybelline, which I love. The coverage and the longevity of this foundation is like amazing. I haven't put it down since I bought this foundation. It's amazing. So I always make sure my beauty blender is damp. You just want to run it through the water and take out all the excess water it has. And I just like to work it in my skin, just doing a bouncy motion. So bounce that beauty blender, hunty, yes. So for concealer, I took two. The first one I took is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Classic Ivory. And I used this one first because of the peach, like the peachy color it has, so it can cancel out all my little veins and discoloration underneath my eyes. So now taking the other concealer, the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, I'm going to apply that down the bridge of my nose and on my chin to further highlight my face, and a little bit more underneath my eyes to make sure that area is nice and bright and concealed. So once again, take your beauty blender, make sure it's damp, and just work that underneath your eyes. So to set the concealed areas, I'm going to take my Airspun loose face powder and apply that with my beauty blender so I don't get creasy and my concealer lasts all day. And to set the rest of my face, I'm going to take my MAC Studio Fix powder and just set everywhere else. So to bronze my skin, I'm going to take my Benefit Hoola bronzer, which is very well loved. I use it like almost every single day or every time I do my makeup, and I just love it. And to contour, I'm going to take the shade Havana from the Anastasia contour kit and just apply that closer to the ears and just blend it. So with the same Hoola bronzer, I'm going to contour my nose. So make sure your nose looks snatched. So like always, you want to make sure everything is very well blended. So with my e.l.f. flat top brush, I'm going to make sure to go over all the harsh lines. And here, I'm just baking my contour to make sure everything is nice and sharp. And for blush, I'm taking the Benefit Rockateur blush, which I love. It's an oldie but a goodie. The color is so pretty. And as my highlight color, I took Becca Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill. I love this color. It's a very peachy highlight and it just looks amazing. It's one of my favorite highlights. I love it. So now I'm just curling my eyelashes, prepping them for the mascara and my falsies. And the mascara I'm using is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. So for my lower lash line, I took the same colors I took on my crease. So starting off with MAC Soft Brown, making sure everything is very well blended in my lower lash line. The next color is the Hot Chocolate from Anastasia. And making sure everything looks smoky because this is the type of look I was going for. So with the same angled brush and that black eyeshadow, I took it a little bit closer to my lash line. Applied some black eyeliner in my waterline and started applying my eyelashes. I took the Eylure 202 lashes and applied that very close to my real lashes as I could. And I kind of made this process of doing my eyebrows a little bit quicker because in my previous video, I showed you guys a little bit slower how I did my eyebrows. It's really easy. I just do them with brow powder and just define those sparse areas I have in my brows. When I'm doing my eyebrows, I always like to make sure I have my little eyebrow spoolie next to me. So every once in a while, I can go in and comb in my brows to make sure that the product is being properly distributed all across my eyebrow and that the powder is not only in one place. To set my eyebrows, I love to take the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. It's one of my favorite ones. So my eyebrows don't move all day and they stay in place. For my lip liner, I took the Jordanaa Rock and Rose lip liner. I love this stuff. And I'm just lining my lips. You do whatever you want. If you want to overline your lips, if you don't want to overline your lips, it's just makeup. It's going to wipe off. And for this look, since I wanted to keep it a little bit more girly, I took the Lorac Ultra Ego Lip Gloss in the shade Sex Symbol, and I just love me a nude lip, so you can clearly tell by my face expression. And And to set the makeup, I took my Matte Fix Plus and spritzed that all over my face, and you're done. Say hello. Hi.